James Harden had a great game against the Portland Trailblazers. And, you know, what they say is like winning is a good potpourri for mistakes and stuff like that. Well, scoring a lot of points and making yourself look good on the court is a potpourri for a lot of bad habits and a lot of bad actions one can take on the court. I think with James Harden, a lot of people are missing the boat. CJ McCollum being actually one of the many that are missing the boat. You know, he said no matter what James Harden does off the court, he can still play ball when he comes on the court. It doesn't matter what he does off the court. And, you know, in terms of your personal life, as long as your personal life does not have any impact on anybody else bearing in terms of their lives, their livelihood, I agree. You know, if you whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, that's fine with me. The problem I have is simply this. The things that James Harden does affects people's lives and livelihood. Going to places without masks, following around rappers, gifting them presents, no mask during a COVID-19 pandemic, you're putting a lot of people at risk when you get back to the organization. Training camp. He had to have 6 negative COVID tests just so he could get himself in the building. It cost the NBA revenue when they had to postpone a game and things of that nature. That cost people money. So no, whatever you do in your personal life, you know, you can still play ball. No, that's different. That's a whole heck of a lot different. And if you really want to get technical, all right, let's get technical here. You're saying that whatever he does off the court, yeah, he can still get on the court and ball. That 44 and 17, you know what all it's doing? It's making you forget for a small window, maybe like a minute or two. It's making you forget this. This is the same James Harden that got eliminated by Steph Curry without Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry had 0 points in the first half of Game 6 and dropped 30. That's the same James Harden. That's the same James Harden back in 2017, I believe, got eliminated by the Spurs without Kawhi Leonard, without Tony Parker. That's the same James Harden. That's the same James Harden in 2015, Western Conference Finals, Game 5. Time to hit a game-time shot, or game-winning shot, drill the ball off his leg. That's the same James Harden who, in 5 games, got eliminated by Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge when James Harden was essentially one of the, you know, up-and-coming stars. With he had Dwight Howard. This is the same guy that couldn't get it done with Dwight Howard, couldn't get it done with CP3, couldn't get it done with Russell Westbrook. All of those guys left him. This is the same guy. So when you are excited about 44 points, and you're excited about he has 17 dimes, and you're excited about dribbling through the legs and ooh, the beard, and he's hitting step back threes, the step back. Why don't you step back and really think about this? This is the same guy. Every single playoffs gets eliminated. Doesn't make it far. First he's made is the Western Conference Finals. He did that once. That's the same guy, ladies and gentlemen. So when you feel like he's dropping 40, regular season doesn't mean a thing. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question. How many playoff games have you seen James Harden drop 44 and 17 or 53, 8 and 8? Like how many playoff games have we seen him do this stuff? Basically none. It's non-existent. You know why? Because he's out there partying, gambling, drinking, smoking when he's supposed to be in sleep, rest, workout, eating right, coming in shape. He's drinking whatever he's drinking, and he coming to the game and he's doing whatever he wants. That you heard the articles, you read the articles. Oh well, some of us this came from coaching staff, which is horrible. Some guys are okay with him going out doing what he does because we know he can still come in here and drop 50. How many times in the playoffs have he dropped 50 though? How many times in the playoffs have you seen regular season James Harden come through? Basically never. What you see is high leverage moments, when palms are sweaty, when you need him the most, that's when he disappears the most. So I don't want to hear, don't get excited about him dropping 44 and all this other stuff. Don't get too excited. Don't think like CJ McCollum, like it doesn't matter what he does, because James Harden, he looks at this as like a lifestyle. Like, I'm a hooper. When I'm done hooping, I go and chill with my boys, and we do whatever we want. He don't look at it like a job. He don't look at it like his legacy, his career, or anything like that. And that's what separates a James Harden from a LeBron, a Kevin Durant, a Steph Curry. The work ethic is different. It's different. If James Harden was like Michael Jordan, who would go gamble and come back and drop a double nickel on your head, no problem. If he was like a KD, because KD could be on Twitter all day, people are like, get off Twitter. But in the playoffs, in the finals, he's still dropping 35 a game, 50, 40, 90 kind of stats. If James Harden could do that, I'll have no problem. The problem is he doesn't do that. He can't do it because he's not locked in. People criticize Jordan, KD, even criticize LeBron. One thing you can't say about those guys is they're not locked in. With James Harden, you see it. As soon as the playoffs hit, that game that he had, that Cinderella game that he had, the clock strikes midnight, and he turns into a pumpkin. And by the looks of his gut, he's already a pumpkin already. Hoops Junction, Hoops Meets Hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe.